Hi everybody, we're back today having another Hutchison Media Couch session, and today we've got with us Drew Schwartz, Senior Executive Extraordinaire, and I don't say that about everybody. And
just everybody here today.
Just everyone here today. And we're going to chat with Drew a little bit. He's been in the media business for many years and excelled at every stop along the way.
Thank you.
And we want to talk to Drew a little bit about maybe some ideas or thoughts that may help you out in your travels in the business world and as entrepreneurs and business owners and salespeople and so on and so forth. So Drew, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Of course, with my esteemed partner in crime, Mike Rudd.
Who I've only heard the best things about.
Well, if there are any two people that fit in that extraordinary label, I'm in the presence of both.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So let's chat a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about your medium, radio, and if you would expound a little bit about the misconceptions that may be out there about radio.
Well, being out on the street on a daily basis, there's really two things that jump out at me. And the one thing is that if you're going to deal in radio these days, you're probably in for a very corporate experience. The other one is that radio, once you make your deal, has a tough time fulfilling the back end. What I've found is this, quite honestly, is that is the first one about being involved all of a sudden in a corporate environment can be true, but doesn't have to be true. A lot of that is going to depend on not only your salesperson, but if you're dealing with an agency, it's going to depend on your agency as well. These are the two people that can either make that happen or make it not happen. So I think those two misconceptions are easily dealt with, but they're the hardest ones to get away from. People think, it's not a local thing anymore, that everything's just streamed in, and commercials are, they are what they are, and they have to be this and they have to be that, and they don't think they can have any fun anymore, and they feel like it's kind of lost its personality. But the truth to the matter is that it's just as personal, if not more personal, of a medium than it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when people say in the heyday. The big misconception that kind of brought that about, obviously, was Pandora, all the streaming stuff, and people thought, oh, it's going to be the end of radio. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Well, meanwhile, 10, 15 years later, here we are. Here I sit, still with great clients, coming up with great ideas, working with great agencies, making great partnerships. And in my mind, that's something, as long as you do it right, never ends. And to me, that's probably the easiest thing as a salesperson to do, to make sure that that kind of stuff doesn't get corporate for your client. You handle the corporate end. You handle the back end. You make sure they don't have to get involved in that stuff. Your agency makes sure that they don't have to get involved in that stuff. And then it makes it a totally different experience for them.
Love that. Next thing I wanted to ask you, actually, as you're a business owner also, we were just talking about it before in here. As a business owner, a lot of business owners watching this from all over the country, perhaps the world, what do you do to separate yourself from the competition and, I would assume, an ever-changing landscape in the industry?
Yeah, and it's funny because not only as a business owner do I have to do that, but I have to do that as a seller as well. I mean, I know, the account executive extraordinaire and all that, but the bottom line is I'm a salesperson. I eat what I kill. All right, I'm 100% commission sales, so I have to change as well as the business owner's landscape. As the landscape changes, we all have to change together, and to me, that just comes with a good partnership. And I'm going to say that word a lot. But to me, that's almost I don't care whether you're dealing directly with me, whether you're dealing with an agency, there has to be a good partnership. And for me, the thing that I try to bring to somebody's attention, what I want them to do is I want to help them or for them to give their business a personality. I think that's the most important thing, is you have to find yourself, and you have to listen to others to try to get there sometimes. It's not just something you can say, well, we want to be this, because you might not be that. So you have to be willing as a business owner to listen to constructive criticism. You know, if you hire, just for instance, if you hire Hutchison Media, they're going to come in and they're going to give you an honest opinion of where they think they can help you take your business and how they can get you there. This might not always be the same thing that you have up in your mind. But if you're smart, you're going to listen, and you're going to take some things into consideration. You'll take some things, you'll integrate it with your ideas, and then I think you have a great plan. But I think it's most important to be fresh, have a personality. Your creative has to be good, no matter what. That goes without saying. And then you have to have integrity. Like whatever kind of business you do, I don't care if it's what I do, if it's what you guys do, you have to have integrity. You have to do what you say you're going to do. And if your ad says we do this, if somebody comes in and you're not doing that, it's just a mistake. Yeah. Stand behind what you want to be. Find out what you want to be and stand behind it. That would be the best advice I could give.
Yeah, and that is great, and that's, you know, that goes hand in hand with everyone telling their unique stories about their businesses, and you telling your unique story about how you operate and how you've been successful and all those kinds of things. And coinciding with that, we know through the years you've had mentors and people that you've learned from. Maybe cite some of the things that you've learned from some of your mentors over the years and how.
So I guess the thing I would say is it doesn't really matter who your mentor is, but I would find one. If you really want to learn the nuances of a business, and I don't care what business it is, find a teacher. Find a good teacher, because it's one of the most important things you can do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Drew. And once again, Drew Schwartz, North American Broadcasting, 99.7 The Blitz, Jack 103.9 and 920 AM WMNI. Longtime associate and great salesperson in the media world. Along with, of course, Mike Rudd and I of Hutchison Media. Signing off now. Thank you, and don't forget to change the pace in everything you do, and you will succeed and show great results.
And as always, keep in touch with Hutch.